YouTube channel. Today I'll be talking about my watch list for the week. I mean, the week is almost over, but yeah, I'll just do a quick video on what I'm checking out for this week. Well, let's start from Bitcoin. My last update on Bitcoin, I think it was when Bitcoin was around all-time high, where I said let me scroll back to that. Somewhere around my last video, that was like 3 weeks ago. If you check that out, I think where I mentioned, we'll push downward and then more lower and then consolidate for a while. I think that played out beautifully. And then later on, I posted something on my Telegram channel, or the trading channel on Telegram, where I posted the market tips about Doge and Shiba pumping 20 to 10% per day could signal a bit of a sell-off in the market. And yeah, I think after that day, the market has been in a continuous downtrend. I think I posted that somewhere around the 21st or 22nd, I don't know, but somewhere around here, I don't remember which exact day. And after that post I made, I think so far we had about let's see something. We had about a 7% drop on Bitcoin, almost 7% drop on Bitcoin. So that was a good call as well. Yeah. And so far, I think today Bitcoin is fighting back heavily to reclaim. Sorry about that. To reclaim its previous high, which is around let's see if we can go back here. Even though it's not entirely bullish yet, I still want to see like a tap into this area, or maybe probably a sweep of last weekend low. If we could get a sweep of last weekend low, if price could take out this low and then create a week and then just bounce off again, that could be nice. That would be a nice entry for long. But I mean, it's fighting back heavily to reclaim its the previous high. And let's go back to what we're supposed to check out today. We gave a trade on Flowkey. I think on Sunday I gave a trade on Flowkey. Our entry was around 107 or 106, I think so. And at first we gave a long. The long did hit like I think 3 targets. And then on Tuesday, or was it Monday? Yeah, I think Monday we gave a short. Yeah, Monday we gave a short. But then we closed out too early because I was on my way to an appointment, so I couldn't check the trade out. So I said we should close it, and then after New York session manipulation we could open it back. But then I forgot to add it in the text, so we missed out on that shot. Both played out beautifully, the long and the short. Yeah, I think the long was somewhere around here. Our entry was somewhere around there, and then TP, and then on Monday we got the short around somewhere around here. Yeah, I think so. And yeah, our take profit was supposed to be here. So yeah, we did have to trade this week. And then also I gave a trade today on APT. I took it off my watch list, I don't know why. But APT, it's been very slow. I don't like coins that are too slow to move. I mean, when their move happen, it's really, really, heavy, but it's just too slow for me. It's been consolidating for like hours now, and it's really pissing me off. It's just doing me as if I should close the trade already. But yeah, we've had our weekly high and lows, where we had our high for this week at 0.37, and then the low. So me personally, I think I'm leaning towards filling up this week, or even though not filling up the week, but probably a sweep of this low, if we could get a sweep of this low and then price just kind of like drop and then push back up to fight it off, and if it reclaims this level back, which is this weekly range, if it comes back to range, then we can look for a long as well to take out the high. Otherwise, if it goes back here and then fails to reclaim that range, then we'll still look for more shorts. But so far the short is still on APT. I also have a personal trade I took on my personal account for FET. My Binance is having problem. I don't know, some shitty ass restriction, but hopefully I get it sorted out soon. And Bitcoin, I'm leaning bearish a little bit. Why I said hopefully we'll get a sweep of this low, or just probably a tap into the 4 hour, into this 4 hour. Where's that this thing again? Yeah, something like this would be nice. Like price comes down and then push back up. That would be very nice. So I think we might see a bit of a sell-off continuation on Bitcoin. Back to FET. So yeah, I think it's almost similar as well with APT as well. Both of them, there hasn't been much movement this week on any pair. Most of them has been this stuff. Most of them have been ranging after last week's sell-off. Most of the pair has been range, no ups, no down, just choppy market. But yeah, let's see how this plays out on off ET. Hopefully we get that that low and then claim weekly range and back up. Hopefully that plays out. And on Floki as well, I think Floki will do well next week. I think Floki should do well next week. Basically, everything in the market is just choppy. You just get in 1%, you close the trade 2%. I don't know. It's just too difficult. And on Griffin, yeah, my last trade on Griffin was a mess. Where I said hopefully we get this one, tap back there and then continuation. But yeah, the sell-off from last weekend was just crazy. It was crazy. We got there, we got like a reclaim. I thought that was the end of the sell-off. I gave the call, but yeah, I think that was one of our only loss last week. I think so. Yeah, we had about 4 or 5 wins, and then Griffin was an L. What else do we have here? ETH, yeah, my last video on ETH, I said we could get like the, push up here and drop, and ETH played out beautifully as well. I hope a lot of you, got into that signal as well. And ENA, if you guys remember on the first video I made, I talked about buying ENA around 0.25. Yeah, that was literally 3 weeks or 1 month now. I talked about buying ENA on 0.25. I know a lot of you faded that call, but that was literally the maddest entry you could get. Because when I gave that call, ENA was around here. I said buy ENA, But yeah, only a few, I don't know, we just missed out on that. I even closed my own quite early. I think I closed my ENA somewhere around here, around 3.6 or 3.7. I don't remember the exact price, but somewhere around there. But then we had up to 173% gain on ENA. ENA went crazy. And this chart I drew it with my friend last week. Not last week, on Sunday. Yeah, I drew this for my friend on Sunday. I was trying to show him something. Where I said, let me explain a bit. I marked this out as our resistance, and where I talked about if it flips over, it becomes a support. If it's below it, it's a resistance, and so on and so forth. Even though it's not like a major, resistance to support, but just for the from this price zone here to this price here, it's just like our this time, our area where we just focus on now. So I told him, I think I drew this when price was still here. I told him hopefully we get like a push up here, price tries to either fill this gap, because there was a fair value gap here, got filled, and then price drops, and tries to go back here, which is clearly what price is doing, and then drop again, and then continue. I think ENA is probably done for now. The only reason I want to buy ENA again, if I see price break above this trend line. If price could break and close above this trend line, I would look for a long again, see if we could push higher. Yeah, then that's the only reason I want to look for a long on ENA. But so far, I think ENA, it's not giving as much as it was when it was down here or even around here. I closed mine here. It was a shame. I could have just showed my stop loss, but yeah, was still a win as well. So yeah, I don't know, but I think ENA this week has been so choppy, like no clear direction in the market. After last week sell-off, I think most people are just scared. Most people think sellers are out, and then buyers are even scared to step in as well, because price is just in a shitty move. But I think that sell-off is a bit too small for to clear out high leverage traders. I think we might still have much push down, maybe. But if Bitcoin still holds above this current price, then yeah. But let's just see how Bitcoin plays out. If this zone fails to hold on Bitcoin, if this zone fails to hold on Bitcoin, when price gets here, because definitely price is gonna get here. But if it fails to hold, and then it drops below it and doesn't reclaim it too very fast, then yeah, that's another entry for a short as well. But I don't want to be biased yet. I just think I'll just lay flat on it till the market comes to us. And on SEI, yeah, I think this trade, I think I gave this trade last week. Yeah, I think I gave this trade last week. I don't remember, but yeah, I think I gave this trade. If I didn't give this trade, then I did take this trade on my personal account in SEI. I don't know, something like that. Yeah, I think I did. What else do we have here? Yeah, I think that's all for today. I'll try to make another video. Hopefully the market gets to bring something. You see what I'm talking about. Price has been very choppy. A few minutes ago, APT was looking, very dumpy, and now it's looking like trying to reclaim. So yeah, let's just wait. Let's just see what the market brings. It's already Wednesday, but I think there's still a lot more room for things to happen within the week. Yeah, we still have Thursday, Friday. And for Bitcoin dominance, where's Bitcoin dominance? Yeah. Lower time frame is giving bearish on the lower time frame. I think in my last video I talked about this come back here and continue rejection, and it has been like that so far. So low key, I think altcoins still have like a bit of a performance in them. I think altcoins still have performance, so still have space to perform in them, because Bitcoin dominance is looking it's looking bearish. Let's go to the 1 hour, the 1 day time frame. Let's see something. Yeah, it depends on, we have 4 hours for the current daily time frame to close, so let's just see. But so far on the lower time frame, it's looking very bearish, I would say. It's looking very, very bearish. So yeah, if Bitcoin dominance continue selling off, then I would suggest we look for longs this, towards Friday or Thursday, because Bitcoin dominance is looking very dumpy here. And I think I explained this before. When Bitcoin dominance is dumping, altcoins start pumping, and when Bitcoin dominance is bullish, altcoins are bearish. And I think a lot of you already know about this, but yeah. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and see you on the next video as well.